before starting with the question, I will first read the problem statement. The problem uses a database that stores information about borrowers, lenders, and appraisers. Each table is connected using keys, allowing data to be linked across tables. There are 6 questions in total, question A until question R. So first, we need to insert all 3 tables before proceeding with the question. Okay, first, go to the design view to create the table structure. Here we create the field name or a column heading for the table. Then save the table as borrower table first. After that, insert all the required fields such as borrower ID, last name, first name, and other information. We also need to make sure that each field uses the correct data type. For example, borrower ID should use number, last name should use short text, and rate amount should use currency. Since the data use dollar currency, we need to change the format under the property section to dollar. Once everything is complete, enter all borrower data in datasheet view. After finishing the borrower table, repeat the same process for the lender table and appraiser table. Now, all the required tables have been completed and we can proceed to question A. Okay, for question A, the question asks, which borrower use advanced appraisers, list borrower ID, last name, and appraiser name. To answer this question, go to Create and select Query Design. Based on the question, we need to add borrower table and appraiser table. Next, determine which fields are required based on the question. The question required borrower ID, last name, and appraiser name. So first, select borrower ID from borrower table, then last name from borrower table, and lastly appraiser name from appraiser table. Then under the criteria row for appraiser name, type advanced appraiser because that is specified in the question. After that, click the run to generate the result. The output show borrower ID 450, 454, and 455. Then save the query as question A. Okay, next is question B. The question asks, list all of the property appraiser with the letter D in their name, sorted by name, list appraiser ID and appraiser name. Create a new query design and add only the appraiser table. Next, insert appraiser ID and appraiser name into the field section. Under the criteria row for appraiser name, enter the letter D using the appropriate criteria. Then, run the query. The output show appraiser ID 8 and appraiser ID 9. Okay, next is question C. The question asks, list all of the lenders who have participated in a transaction that use appraiser ID 8. The required output is lender name, borrower ID, and rate amount. Create query design and add borrower table and lender table. Next, insert lender name, borrower ID, rate amount, and appraiser ID into the field section. Since appraiser ID is only used for filtering purpose, uncheck the show option because it's not required in the output. Then under the criteria row for appraiser ID, enter value 8. Run the query and the output show Excel mortgage, capital 7, and Excel mortgage. Next is question D. The question asks, list the lender that lend more than $100,000. Provide a lender name and appraiser name. Okay, first create query design and add borrower table, lender table, and appraiser table. Next, insert lender name, appraiser name, and rate more amount into the field section. Under the criteria row for rate more amount, enter greater than $100,000. Then run the query. The output display 6 lenders report. Next is question E. The question asks, what is the average amount borrowed from each lender? Create query design and add borrower table and lender table. Next, insert lender ID, lender name, and rate more amount into the field section. After that, click on total at top toolbar, then share rate more amount from group by the average. Let's sort the average amount in descending order. Lastly, go to the property sheet and set the decimal places to 2. Then run the query and the output. Show lender IDs 14, 16, 30, 12, and 15. Finally, question F asks how many appraisers did each appraiser perform. Create query design and add borrower table, appraiser table. Next, insert appraiser name and appraiser ID into the field section. Then delete the total at the top toolbar. Change appraiser ID from group by to count. Run the query and the output will display the total number of appraisals performed by each appraiser. So that completes question F. To conclude, all 6 questions have been successfully completed using Microsoft Access through query design and database management techniques. This assignment helped me improve my understanding of relational database, query development, and the use of accounting information system. Thank you for watching my presentation. I think that's all from me. Thank you. Bye.